Hey guys, so today we're going to check out Kling AI's new feature, which is called Elements. And what excites me about Elements is the fact that I think it can really help with consistency. Like if you're making a cartoon series or anything like an ad, any video that you need consistency in, consistency usually is with characters, by the way. It could be with other stuff like items, like a car or whatever, but you can upload those elements separately, and every time that you prompt it and you generate something, it'll use that element, and you can mix for up to 4 elements. So I think this is pretty cool. And the things that you can use as elements, as they say, is basically people, animals, objects, and scenes. So for me, people and objects and scenes really matters. Of course, animals if you need to do that. But here's where it gets interesting. To be honest, this is the first time I'm going to use this as well. I've seen it demoed and I was pretty impressed, but I decided to make this video with my first trial, so it's not really kind of prepared. And this is actually a real world example. This is how you would kind of interact with it as well. It's not going to be something that is kind of completely contrived. If Kling messes up, it messes up for both of us. So without further ado, let's check this out now. Okay, so here's my full screen. I actually did prepare just these 4 images. Now, this kid I thought would be our character. I actually am making something like this. It's for a series. So I'm going to use this kid in this desert environment and maybe put a bike in. I think I'll do the first 2, then we'll change the environment as well and check that out. So let me go back here and upload an image. So let's just take our kid, and I generated him as a Pixar style. So, I wanted it to match. Okay, for optimal results, drag and select element as a reference. Please select only one element in the image. No need to select if using the entire image as a reference. Okay, so it uploaded that kid, and now let's take this scenario, the scene, the environment, which is a desert. Okay, hold on. You can see my whole screen right now, right? There we go. Let me just make it closer for you guys. Okay, so now you can see that. And first I was thinking, let's just do it with these 2 and see how well that goes. Okay, let's do a prompt. 8-year-old boy wearing a green shirt, Pixar style, standing by a cactus in the desert. Again, I'll write Pixar style just in case. Okay, but we want him to do something. How about we say kid is waving and smiling at us? I think that's something that could be applicable, and a 16 by 9 is fine. Okay, what we could do is a negative prompt is supposed to be good, so let's do no glitch, no hallucinations, please. And thank you for correcting the spelling, and let's generate this. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so that's done, and I think it came out really cool. If you look at the kid, his face is exactly like that image that I used in this right over here on the left. And the background is also exactly the same element. So this element feature really works. If you add 2 separate things, it's actually going to take it and combine them together with some really good consistency. And I think for making animations, even for ads or whatever you're making, storytelling, this seems like a really good feature. And honestly, guys, I did this for the first time in front of you to show you how it'll mess up. And to be honest, I don't think it really messed up much. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one more thing to this. Let's first change the background from this what do you call it, this desert. Let's delete that, and let's generate another one. Let's generate something, let's say something completely opposite to this. I would go with hold on, let's open one of my favorite softwares, which is FreePic. Okay, and let's go to start creating. Let's do an AI image right now. I've done a tutorial for FreePic because I use Flux a lot, and I told you guys Flux Fast 1.0 is the best value one when you talk about money to quality. So I would totally recommend that to you guys. Otherwise, Flux, the other model, which is Flux 1.0 and 1.1, these are really good as well. They just take more credits. Anyways, with this, let's do Pixar style. Um, Barren Iceland, like Antarctica. Okay, landscape, Pixar style. Okay, because I kind of did that to make this cactus one, if you can see this one, and I took the cat out, by the way. So let's see what it does. Okay, no, that did not work too well. You know what we should do? We should add an element that'll make it a Pixar style type of thing. It gives it some more thing to play with. So what I'll change this to is, I think it went to the country Iceland. Let's just change this. Um, let's do Arctic Arctic landscape, Pixar style, and see what that does. Okay, you know, this is fine. This will kind of work. Will it though? The mountains. It's hard to see that this is Pixar style. Let me just think what I could do. This is no, this isn't Pixar style either. What'll work? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you know what? I've decided to change this to urban landscape. Urban landscape, buildings, city, Pixar style. Because I want to keep that Pixar style. We have to retain that. There we go. I think that is fantastic. We need to remove this. I'm going to remove this girl. Okay. And the easiest way to do that, let me just show you guys. Okay, so this is my full screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into Photoshop and use generative fill. This is a great tip. I use this all the time for most of my animations and stuff. You just take the lasso tool and you take out what you want, press generative fill, and we're going to say remove. I don't even have to say remove girl and dog. It'll just remove it. It's that smart. By the way, Adobe Photoshop generative fill is, according to me, quite an essential thing to have if you plan on making a lot of content in generative AI, because it really helps kind of fine tune the images that you need to make into video. Without this, you'll kind of be stuck. So look, it did such a good job, and we can just save that, which I have already done. And if I open Kling and I do street, there you have it. Okay, guys, so we have that. And now let's open Kling again. Okay, so basically, let's put the kid back inside there. And then our new image that we just made is street. Okay, so we have both of that. And then we can type out our kind of prompt, which will be 8-year-old kid running on the street, Pixar style. Now, to be honest, I think I should talk about something here. I would say the action is the most important thing to describe here, because it's already taking the cues from the pictures. It knows it's Pixar style. It's going to use this character. It's going to use this image for the background. So it's kind of by default going to be Pixar style, but I'm writing this just in case. I'm also writing 8-year-old kid. I could write wearing a green t-shirt. That would be even safer. But the real thing we got to do is kid running on the street. We have to focus on that, and then we can give a negative prompt as well. No glitch, no hallucinations. Okay. And then, I mean, I think we'll just do this. We won't add any other element. We'll just do the kid and the background, just because we have to see the consistency. Does that work or not? So then we'll generate this. And here we go. Okay, so basically what I'm noting, yes, it's very obvious that his hands and his arms are a little messed up, but this is only one generation. When you're doing video, especially with Gen AI, you have to do a number of generations. Sometimes it takes a few, sometimes it takes dozens. So be prepared for that. But what I'm noticing here is that the consistency is there. It is the same kid and it is the exact same background. That's amazing. It's kind of mind blowing because what this means is that you can actually create these animations, these series, these cartoons with Kling. I think Kling is going to be a really good tool for this. What's interesting is that I'm actually about to start one. I already have a project. I have to make a series with something very much like this. And I think Kling would be a really good candidate. If I actually give this some time, this will make some pretty crazy results. So I would totally say if you're looking for something with consistency in characters and animation, Kling is something to check out. I am really overjoyed with this. And just a few more generations, I'm sure I'll get better hands and better arms and stuff. He's smiling, he's running, he's doing exactly what I said. And this is only one generation, one prompt. So I think that's fantastic. This is something I'll be exploring more. I'll make more videos on this. I'll also make more videos on consistency of different platforms, how to get better generations as well. Because if you, in this case, we're relying on Kling making video with consistent elements, which is rare. You don't usually do that. What we usually do is we make an image, we generate an image together and we Photoshop the background and the foreground, and then we just animate that in any video software AI generator. So our consistency is not an issue. It's not an issue for the video generator. This is interesting because we're actually using the video generator to keep consistency by providing the two separate elements to it instead of making the complete image first and just feeding it to any generator, if you know what I mean. So that's what's changed in this. This might speed up your workflow. I think there's a lot to explore here, and definitely get more into this if that's what you're looking for. But I think that concludes our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for you. Stick around for more videos like this. Till next time, take care.